A special nail addict shout out goes to Shadow Diane, Pretty Nikki, April Shorty, and Aminez Wish for being the first four to comment on my last video. Thank you. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So I'm pretty sure y'all can see what we're about to do. We're gonna do some lazy girl nails again, and these are the tips that I got from Temu, the XXL square nail tips. And I was gonna go through with a whole like introduction as far as your prepping and stuff. When I started, that's why we're still watching the nails, but I'll get into that. For today, I'm using light pink from Cora. It's a polygel, obviously, and y'all can tell that's an older one from just the how the packaging looks. But and C Sisters. So these are the two I decided to go with today. Light pink is this one here that I'm using on my thumb. It is really nice. I really like this one when I'm looking for like that pink nudish look, but like being like jelly or transparent. This is such a perfect shade. Like I used to use this one all the time after I first got it, because it's just so pretty. Like I need to find another one like this that I can use, because it's just so nice. I really like it with certain designs. But I'm going in as normal. I squeeze the amount of polygel I needed into the thumb, and I am taking my polygel brush and some slip solution, which is 91% alcohol today, and I am just patting this into the nail well into entirety. So as you know, I like to pat it all over inside of the nail. Well, you're supposed to, but I'm just saying. And I like to like kind of focus on the sides, make sure they are covered, because I don't like how the nails look. Like if you kind of just put it in and maybe you're not paying attention, and then there's like a little small gap where there's not polygel, it kind of irritates me throughout the week. So I try to make sure my sides are fully covered, and then just smooth everything out, and then I'll place that on my nail to cure. So before you even apply your lazy girl nails, you want to make sure you're doing proper prep. So you want to make sure you push back your cuticles with like a cuticle pusher. You're going to take an e-file or your hand file, and you're going to go in and remove all of the dead skin from around your cuticle. So most times with cuticle pushers, they do have another side that's kind of pointy. You can use that as well to scrape up dead skin. I find the e-file works the best. It gets everything up real nice and smooth. So I use an e-file. And then you rough up the surface of your natural nail with that same file. And then you're going to apply a dehydrator or primer of your choice. And then you're going to apply a base gel and give that a 30-second cure. And then you're ready to apply your lazy girl nails. Now, the nail tip itself, any nail tip you use, you want to make sure you're etching the inside of that nail tip so that it adheres a lot better. So to etch the inside of the nail, you're either going to want to take your file. I use my e-file, and I'll etch in some, rough it up in the inside of the nail tip. Or you can use primer. Primer chemically etches the inside. So like you can kind of feel where it starts to break down when you're using the primer, and that lets you know that it's etching the inside of the nail tip. Once it's etched, you do what I'm doing here. You get your polygel, you squeeze it in. You go ahead and pat that into place. Again, I like to make sure it's like on my sides and everything. And then I'm ready to apply it because I've done all my prep, and the nail itself is prepped as well. Now, I'm not doing that today, obviously, because I am doing my 25 days of Christmas nails. Right now, we're on day 23 of my 25 days of Christmas nails, and I'm doing a peel off. So I have to take these off, and I normally do. I'm not, I'm not making it like I don't. I do it often. I am a YouTuber, so, or excuse me, a nail tuber. So I do take these off pretty often. But we're gonna get back into like when I get back into my sets where I can actually like show prep a little bit more, and next year, because it's a new year coming, I would like to do a little bit more filing on camera to kind of show y'all how I get them. I just feel like filing makes a video a lot longer, especially if you're showing all of your filing, because I like to be precise a lot of times when I'm filing, and sometimes it takes a minute. So comment down below, actually. I'll let y'all be the judge. Comment down below. Would y'all like to see filing in some of my videos, or is it okay to leave them as they've been? I probably will do a poll too on my community tab, because I do notice I get a little bit of response there too. And I always forget about the community tab. So it could be a situation where I'm supposed to upload, and I know I don't have to, but I want to keep you guys in the know of what's going on. You know, especially those that watch me really faithfully and know, okay, she posts on Tuesday, I'm ready to see what she got tonight, and then I don't show up, you know. I just like to let y'all know that what's going on, even if it's nothing, even if you know, I just had one of those funks where I didn't finish editing a video. I still like to keep y'all in the know, and I forget about the community tab. So I'm gonna try to utilize that a lot more in 2024. This is a great way to communicate with y'all. So here on the middle finger, I'm doing an ombre. So I'm using light pink at the top. And I'm just patting that into place and getting that settled how I want. And then I'm going to blend it down into this now. And excuse me. And then I will give this a 30-second cure in my lamp for this first bead. So once it comes back out, I'm now using Sea Sisters at the bottom, and I am going to, you know, pat that into place and blend that back up. This method, I've been showing this a lot with my 25 days of Christmas nails, just because, like, you know, I have so much polygel. When I tell y'all it's ridiculous how much polygel I have. I want to utilize it. I know, like, these products have expiration dates on it, I guess, or like shelf life or whatever. But honestly, I went through all my polygel and everything is pretty much the same. So I'm going to try to utilize my stuff. Like, I paid money for most of this stuff. Like, some of it obviously was PR or whatever, but a lot of this polygel came out of my pocket. So I'm definitely going to try to get back into my polygel fix, because I just feel like it makes sense. I'm going to use my stuff that I'm buying for myself. Like, and there's nothing wrong with it, like I said. So these two I've had for quite a while, but they worked perfectly fine. They look great. What I like about Sea Sisters is it's like a pink, but it has like such a nice iridescent shift to it. It's so freaking pretty in person. Like, just amazing. One thing I can say that irritates me about lazy girl nails a little bit is you don't want to put too much into the nail because you don't want spillage everywhere. But then if you put too little, sometimes once you place it on your finger, there's like a little mark where you can kind of see your nail underneath, and I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, this is such a super beginner friendly nail set. I mean, to do, like, with any type of polygel. You can do this with acrylic, because I've done it before on my channel. You can also do this, I'm sure, with hard gel. I don't know, but you can do it. I also do think I want to get into hard gel. Try that a little bit, because it doesn't involve like monomer or anything like that. Just try that and see how I feel about that. But I really, really, really overall am a polygel girl. It just works. Also, y'all, I've also turned into a polygel tech. So I have a client, which is my sister's best friend, that I do very often. And I always did acrylic. Always. Again, if I'm doing somebody else's nails, it don't really bother me, because I'm at your house, I'm using the product, and I'm leaving. The smell is here and I'm gone. But she kind of did say, you know, like, when I would leave, and I just think it was because we wasn't like disposing of like the like towelettes and I used and stuff like that outside. I think it would be better to like get rid of them outside versus throwing them inside. But she would say the smell would last like a week sometimes when I would leave. And not that she was complaining, because she's fine. She just was making a statement. So I was like, the next time I was getting ready to go to her, she sent me the set she wanted, like the inspiration picture or whatever. And I was like, well, let me try polygel. And she was like, what is polygel? And I kind of like explained it to her. But I did her first polygel set probably like a month ago. Anyways, ever since then, she loves polygel. She wants to stick with polygel, and I like that. So I think I'm gonna turn myself into a polygel tech, because everyone that I do nails, they don't mind polygel. You know, acrylic is what everybody's used to, but polygel is just the same. It gives you the same nice nail strength and everything, and like it just works. So I think I'm gonna turn into a polygel tech just because it's comfortable for me. Eventually, I do want to get back to acrylic because I love it so much, to be honest, but it is what it is. I have to take care of my health and myself. So C Sisters was done fully here on the ring finger, and look how pretty that polygel is, y'all. It is so shimmery and pretty. So I don't know what happened this particular night, but I had to use my flashy light to like kind of flash cure just the middle of the nails as I was putting them on, because normally I just sit them on my nail and they stay, but this particular night they were like sliding off everywhere. It was just like crazy. It's like they wouldn't stay on. It was really weird. So after I applied everything, I didn't show the thumb, but I mean the pinky, but I did it in the light pink as well. I'm just wiping everything down with a lint-free wipe, and that's because polygel does have a like a little sticky innovation layer after it's cured. And once you wipe it with the lint-free wipe and some alcohol, it goes away. It's no longer sticky at all. So this is how they look right after they're done. I'm going to go in with filing today. Now, I'm also confused about this. Like, I want to watch some lazy girl videos because I don't know if like others do this. Because I know there's one really sweet girl that I watch, and she does lazy girl nails, and she does not file. Like, this girl does not file. This girl puts those lazy girl nails on and is ready to go. Sometimes I feel like I don't have to be honest. Like, I feel like after I've applied them, I feel like, oh, these look good. I don't gotta file them. I don't gotta do nothing. But in my mind, I feel like I do need to make the cuticle a little bit more fleshed. So I do it. So if you do lazy girl nails, comment down below and let me know. Do you like go around the cuticle area, or do you just leave it as is if they're applied nicely? Like no spillage, or like very minimal to the point you can't see. Do you leave them alone, or do you file? I'm filing these because there was spillage. Like, this was an irritating situation with this set because it was just not going how I wanted. But I'm going around the cuticle and removing all the spillage, making it more flush to the nail. I'm going at about 4 RPMs to do this with my mandrel and a sanding band. I need to look into those smaller sanding bands. I had a subscriber suggest I try them, and I was just looking them up or whatever, and they look so cool. I think I would like that a lot better. It'll be more precise. It'll be just really nice, small, cute. I like things that are nice and small and cute. And it still has like the same effect. It's like a mandrel like this with a sandy band on it. So freaking cute and small. And I really need to look into those and see where I can get one, because I definitely want to try it. And I feel like it's going to be my new situation. So really excited to try one of those, and I'll get one in the new year. Like right now, I'm not really worried about it because I have so many like mandrels and sandy bands. It's like I really don't need it, you know what I'm saying? But I could try it, but I don't need it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going in again, and I'm just finishing up with the filing around the cuticle. After I do around the cuticle, I do normally buff the shine off of my natural nails with my little mini orange buffers, and that pretty much just completes the filing for me when I do lazy girl nails. I was so nervous with this one because it had so much spillage, and I was also trying to use my finger to kind of lift it up a bit, and the nails, like, they come off so easy with that peel off base. I just have to be so super careful with it to make sure they don't pop off. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you for watching today. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And if you've been subscribed, I love you guys so much. So I don't show me buffing them, but I definitely buffed them. And now I'm going in with my Madam Glam's Velvet Matte Top Coat. And I'm just top coating over all of the nails because this is going to be a matte set. And then I'm going to cure in my nail lamp for 30 seconds. So for the index, the pinky, and the thumb, I do the same design. So I'm only going to show the index. So I'm taking Royal Pink from Madam Glam. I don't even think I showed y'all the colors I'm using today. Did I? No. But I'm using Royal Pink from Madam Glam. If it's available, I'll link it down below. But I'm pretty quite sure this was a limited edition because it was from their spring set this year. And it was this like super cute. The bottle design was so cute. You know this was a limited edition. But again, if it's available, I will link it down below. Such a pretty pink. But I'm making these two thick pink lines on the nail. And then I'm going to cure this in my lamp for 30 seconds. Once I got the pink line set, I'm going back in with that Velvet Matte Top Coat from Madam Glam, and I'm just going to top coat those three nails and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So typically for this type of design, I would have used like a perfect white or just white to do this, but I didn't want the white to show, I guess. And I should have did that with the white, but I've never done it this way, and I just want to try and see what it looks like. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Velvet Matte Top Coat in the middle of these two stripes. I'm going to leave that wet. And I'm going to take this glitter that I got from Vetsy. I did a Vetsy mystery bag one time, and I got this glitter. And I'm just pouring over those wet spots like you would when you are sugaring a nail normally. And then I'm going to just tap off the excess and give that a 30-second cure. And when it comes back out, I'm obviously going to brush everything off. And it looks good, like especially in person. It looks a lot better, but I felt like the white would have been more vibrant. But it didn't look bad. So now I'm using Tinsel from Madam Glam, and I'm just making a line in between each of those stripes, the pink stripes. And then I'm going to give this a 30-second cure. So for my middle finger, I'm creating a reindeer, and I'm using Royal Pink, and I'm just going to, excuse me, pretty much just outline a deer, and I'm going to fill all of that in and give it a 30-second cure. And then I'm taking Perfect Black from Madam Glam, and I'm going to go ahead and just create like an eye. So the eye is closed with the little lashes, and give that a 30-second cure. I'm also using Perfect Black to create the antlers. And then once this is complete, I give this nail a 30-second cure. Then I'm going in with Perfect White from Madam Glam, and I'm creating a snowflake right here at the top. I'm creating the dots to format the snowflake, and then I'm going to take my McCart Nail Art brush number 3, and I'm going to go through all of the lines to create the snowflake. On the rest of this nail, I'm going to do like 2 4-pointed stars and a couple of dots to complete it and give it a 30-second cure. Once this is complete, I'm going in with my velvet matte top coat, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the nail and give it a 30-second cure. And again, on this, I felt like I should have went in with Perfect White, but again, I already started with the centerpiece on the nails with the matte top coat, so I just kept it the same. But I'm basically going around the reindeer with a matte top coat and just outlining it so that I'm able to pour over the glitter and like just outline everything. And then of course, once I apply the matte top coat around the reindeer, I'm going to keep it wet, pour the glitter over, and then give it a 30-second cure in my lamp. And this is what the nail looks like. Super cute, but I feel like the white would have made it more vibrant, but it was nice. So y'all, I did this ring finger so many times because I was trying to keep it with the same vibe, with the, you know, matte top coat, pour over situation. But y'all, it did not work for this one. For this one, I definitely had to pull out my Perfect White. And like you see a lot of indentations in the nail as I'm putting on the Perfect White. Excuse me. And that's because I did this design I'm about to do with the matte top coat and then like the pour over effect, and it did not show up at all because Sea Sisters is also a very soft color underneath, so it didn't show. And I had to end up, I cured it and everything, so I had to end up taking my e-file and like filing it off as much as I can to get that set in stone. And it was just a real tedious situation. Like, it was very irritating. But I'm going in and I'm doing the Perfect White. Once I get it to my liking, I do go ahead and pour over that acrylic and I leave it wet. Now also too, with the acrylic, I was trying to do like glittery, and I may have some glitter acrylic, I just haven't been paying attention or whatever. Like, I didn't look anywhere near my acrylic drawer. I always just gravitate towards the Mia Secret clear. So what I did is I kept it clear, but I mixed in the glitters from Betsy to try to give it that glitter effect. And it was there in person, but on camera you really couldn't see it. Well, you can a bit, I guess. And then I used my dotting tool and write in ho 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 and give that a 30-second cure in my lamp. Off camera, I apply some cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with a final look. And here is the finished set. Super cute, y'all. I love it. Like, this holiday season, there was a few I wish I could have worn, but it is what it is. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this super cute set. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to be the very best you that you can be, and much love to you all.